Now from Jerusalem is Ofir Gendelman, the spokesman for the Israeli Foreign Ministry. Thank you very much indeed for joining us. Can you tell us what the latest is on your operation and how long you expect it to carry on?
Well, attacks have been going on this morning against Hamas strongholds and bases in the Gaza-December. The operation will continue until we will achieve our end, which is creating a new life, new conditions for the people in the south of Israel to live peacefully. We have to stop the rockets.
Do you think your response is proportionate, though? More than 270 people killed in less than 2 days.
How can you... Let me give you another figure. 12,000 rockets fired at Sderot in the last 8 years alone. 4,000 rockets were launched at Sderot since the Israeli withdrawal from the Gaza Strip in 2005. These are more rockets that fell on Sderot than the rockets who fell on London during the Blitz. What is proportionate? Is 100 people killed in Gaza proportionate? We have to defend our citizens. We will do whatever we can to create a new balance of power in the south. We have to provide for our own citizens, and at the end of the day, we're attacking Hamas. We're not attacking civilians.
Well, you say you're attacking Hamas, but civilians, as you know, in Gaza tend to get hit, as it's an extremely densely populated area, and we understand that civilians have been killed in the last 2 days. You're not actually hitting the people who are firing the rockets, because they're still firing the rockets.
Look, I would be very cautious with the numbers coming from Gaza when it comes to civilian casualties. Hamas is using figures in order to attract public attention, media attention, and for propaganda purposes. So I would be very cautious with that. At the end of the day, we are attacking Hamas strongholds. No one can deny this. We're attacking Hamas bases, camps, and so forth. So no civilian targets are killed, are hit. It is very unfortunate that some civilians were hit. It is very unfortunate. We never wanted this. But it is impossible, as it is evident in Iraq and in Afghanistan, it is impossible to operate against terrorists without hitting, unfortunately, civilians. But we're doing everything we can also avoid this.
Is this a war now? Is this how it's viewed by your government?
Sorry, I didn't do the question.
Is this a war? In the past, you've hit certain targets in the Gaza Strip. This looks like an entirely different scale of military operation. Would you call this war?
No, I would not. This is not war. This is an operation. Limited, at the end of the day, this is a limited military operation. We're not talking about a war here. Things will happen on the ground, and this will dictate, at the end of the day, the outcome of this operation and its length. We are interested in finishing it as quickly as possible in order to avoid civilian casualties on both sides. But the ball is in Hamas's court. If they will continue firing rockets well into Israel, well inside Israeli territory, we will have to escalate and to provide cover for our civilians, which are living in bomb shelters. 250,000 people are living in bomb shelters for 8 years. This is impossible.
They're not actually living in bomb shelters all the time, though, are they?
Most of the time, when the siren goes off, they have 15 seconds to find a shelter or a bomb shelter. This is intolerable. No other country lives like this.
Do you think, though, that what we've seen at the moment is we're seeing hospitals that are running out of power, struggling to cope with the kind of injuries they're getting? Do you think that this is an acceptable picture for the world to have of Israeli operations, that destroying mass destruction? We're looking at pictures at the moment of huge craters right in the centre of a built-up area. Do you think this is what Israel wants to portray itself as?
Well, I think this is a one-sided portrayal of events. We have been bombarded for years. I never saw any word of condemnation from some countries in the world which are now hurrying to the aid of Hamas. Hamas bears responsibility for everything that's happening in the Gaza Strip. They have voted for Hamas. They got Hamas. Hamas has been bombarding us. We have been trying to warn Hamas for weeks now, after and before and after the law has been ending, to stop firing rockets. We have warned them through the Arab media outlets, for instance. We have warned them what our response would be. They have refused. When the foreign minister was in Egypt to explain the Israeli position, they have fired 60 rockets and mortar shells at our cities. We have to respond. This has to end, and we will do whatever we can in order to stop this at the earliest time. And at the end of the day, no other country would do anything different. No other country would do anything different.
But you have also bombed the Rafah fuel terminal. and it's known that there's a shortage of fuel in Gaza. And so if that's not targeting the civilian population, then what is? I mean, it is collective punishment what you're doing here, isn't it?
I'm not aware of any bombing of any fuel supply pipes. I'm not aware of hitting any infrastructure of civilian installations. We are targeting only Hamas objectives. And this is clear to to everyone who's following the current events and has a balanced view of the situation.
Okay, Ofir Gendelman, thank you very much indeed for taking the time to talk to us.